Your name is Zainab?
Agatha Nwabuwa.
Agatha, how are you? What's your business?
I'm into fabric.
Fabric, okay.
Yes,
your question. One question.
First and foremost, I want to appreciate MoMo. At least they have this, if you need to float your account, even if you don't have money in your account, that's a normal banking account, you can call one of their agents and they'll come up, pick the money and float you immediately. I want to thank them for that. Then my question now is, recently I noticed they sent a message that we need to, that's our NIN information to our
Value not just to your business but also to MoMo as well. So far, what has been your greatest takeaway? Let me just meet some of us in the audience. Those of you who had questions, where are you? Okay, so just tell me your greatest takeaway from being here today. There's what you've read and then there's what you've experienced. Yeah, you can stand up. Let me guess, your business is making clothes. Okay, I just said yes. Oh, okay, what's your name?
Esther.
And what do you do?
I produce household cleaning products. My business name is MoMo.
MoMo in the last 2 years. As you all know, they celebrated their 1-year anniversary, but a lot has happened between, or should I say a lot can happen in 1 year. And being at the forefront of payment solutions is also another thing, but specifically targeted as SMEs. If you noticed on your way in, there are a lot of stands. Please do take the time to patronize them as well. We would appreciate that. But that is the reason we are here, to offer solutions to small, medium businesses and to make life a lot easier. The economy of every nation is domiciled with the small, medium businesses. So indirectly, you are part of the growing economy that is Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to kick off our panel session, and I will be introducing our panelists on stage now. In no particular order, I will call up on stage some of our panelists who are what I like to call the captains in their own rights, but also belong to the ecosystem that we are trying to speak to, talking about SMEs vis-a-vis payment solutions. Please show them some love and a warm round of applause as they come up on stage. First up is the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture, Lagos State, in the person of Mrs. Abisola Olusonya, represented by Mr. Emmanuel Fatai Audu. Please do make your way up on stage, sir. Mr. Emmanuel Fatai Audu is the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture. Thank you very much for being here. You can take any seat except this one. Unless you want to moderate, sir, I wouldn't mind. Next up is our CEO himself of MoMo PSB, in the person of the one and only Mr. Eli Hini. We also have the Executive Director and CFO of Providence Bank, in the person of Mr. Deoye Ojuroye. And we also have with us the Director, Business Acquisition and Corporate Retention, Royal Certification Limited, in the person of Mrs. Nwabuwa Ogo Egbao, aka Ogo. Please show some love, a round of applause as she comes on stage. I'll see if we can take that up later, man. Once again, a round of applause to our panelists. And I have the distinguished honor of moderating this session. And the gentleman, your name, your business, and your question. Very quickly, please. Thank you.
My name is Agatha Nwabuwa.
Your name is Zainab?
Agatha Nwabuwa.
Agatha, how are you? What's your business?
I'm into fabric.
Fabric, okay.
Yes.
Your question. One question.
First and foremost, I want to appreciate MoMo. At least they have this, if you need to float your account, even if you don't have money in your account, that's a normal banking account, you can call one of their agents and they'll come up, pick the money and float you immediately. I want to thank them for that. Then my question now is, recently I noticed they sent a message that we need to, that's our NIN information to our MoMo line. Now my question now is, if MoMo is a subsidiary of MTN and MTN has all this information, why not have easy access to get that instead of you asking us to send in our NIN number?
Yeah, a wise woman. Yeah, very. On that note, I will be leaving the panel discussion. Yes, sir.
No, thank you for the question. In fact, we do that. We have a working relationship with our parents where we have a contract that allows them to support us through that arrangement to access information that is available through that partnership. And so if the information is available and validated from MTN, based on that partnership arrangement, we are able to access it. The only difficulty is if the validation has not been done at their end, then we want you to submit that information to us directly for validation. So if there are any specific, I see you shaking your head, if there are specific issues with yours, we can take it out of here. The team is around. We have our support team. Just as you walk in, they're on the right. They'll look at the specific issue you have and they'll address it. But that already exists. We are able to collaborate beyond what we collect directly and through other service solution providers who also pick up this information and offer it to us. We are able to do that. And so we can solve your specific problem separately from here. Thank you.
Great question, Agatha. Thank you very much for that. Nice touch of yellow. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing. Your name, sir? Your business?
Good afternoon, sir.
You check the time, like you need 1 hour for this question. What's your name?
My name is Atanda Lanre.
Your?
Atanda Lanre.
Atanda Lanre.
Yes.
Okay, what's your business?
I'm into event decor.
Event decor, fantastic. What's your question?
My question is, the MoMo account, so what kind of financial security they have? Because now, some of all these accounts like all this MoMo, we have been hearing an issue whereby they hack an account, maybe transfer money from their own wallet to other wallets, maybe by hacking. And this MoMo now is just like 2 years now. So what's the future financial security on the account? And also, is it possible for a MoMo? And also,
I heard what you said. I'm telling you to stop.
okay.
Let's take the first. And also, you too, and also stop. All right. Does anyone get the question? Or do you? Okay. Let me. And also sit down.
Okay. In terms of the specific investments we have made in security on the platform, I have my head of IT here. I'm not sure whether you understand all the things you say, but at least he will tell you the investments we have done. There are some international standard certifications that are required. Those international standard certifications, like ISO certifications, there are different types of them, which you've gone through and we've acquired them, just to make sure that internationally we've met all the standards that are required to run this service. And it's also a regulatory requirement, by the way. So investment in security tools, cyber security and everything is in our own interest, as well as making sure that we give comfort to you. So he will speak about it, but and it's a continuous investment we do every now and then to make sure our systems are up to date. They are top of the best of world class that we can offer, to make sure that you do your business in comfort. But let me also say that the security of your account is as good as your understanding of the things you must do. So it doesn't mean that because the platform is secured, if you give your PIN to somebody and give your phone to the person to type and access your account, he will not access it, because he would access it. So you must also understand the role you have to play. Your PIN, personal to you. Your phone, you keep it. If you lose your phone, you report to us. We know your phone has been lost. We know the interventions to put in place. We block the account until you can get your phone back and access your funds. But you should not expose your PIN to somebody, your phone to somebody. Otherwise, when the person uses your PIN, he would access your account. Those ones are also controls you yourself must have, and then we will also play our part. That's why we keep saying that education is important. You must understand what you are doing, and that's why we keep educating you through your associations and your membership. So, Bayo, if you just spend 5 minutes, even if he doesn't understand the big technological words, at least he wants that assurance that we have invested sufficiently in our security. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Eli. In terms of security, one of the first things we've done is to ensure that before you can access your account, we put systems in place that request you to input a PIN, and we also send what is called an OTP, meaning there are multiple layers of security, multi-factor. Now, on our platforms, nobody can see your PIN, and I mean nobody. We have invested in technologies that does encryption. In technical terms, they are called HSM, hardware security module. This ensures that even people working with me in the back end, they don't see your PIN. It's completely encrypted, so nobody sees it. In terms of how your transaction moves from your phone to our servers as well, all of those transactions move over an encrypted channel. So if anybody is even trying to sneak into that traffic, they will not be able to see it. It is encrypted. So end to end, from your device to our servers, it's encrypted, it is safe. The certification the CEO talked about is about systems, how we actually operate. So it's not just that we've gone to get a certification to show the world that we are ISO certified. What it meant is that in the manner with which we operate, we do our systems, we manage your account and everything. We have followed best practice, and we do it every day. Every time we build a solution today, we look at security, we build it as part of the solution so that it's completely safe. And yes, please keep your PIN private. If you lose your phone, you lose your device, you complain that you lose your phone, we just don't reset your PIN for you. There is a process we go through to actually verify that you are the owner. Then there's another thing we've also done. If you ask for your PIN to be reset and we find out that your line is just swapped, we will not will decline that for a while, because we've seen incidences where people steal lines and quickly swap it, and you would not be able to access a MoMo wallet with that. So these are a number of simple things that you can do as an SME if you lose maybe your phone tied to your account. So they are safe, they are secure, and we still continue to collaborate, work with the industry to ensure everyone is safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bayo. Panel discussion. Yes, your name?
Good morning. My name is Abigail Jack.
Okay, Abigail. And what's your business?
Agro aggregator from Jos.
Come again?
Agro aggregator.
Agro aggregator.
Yes.
Okay.
We go to different rural areas in the north to aggregate all these agricultural products.
Okay,
But
fantastic.
the challenge is most of the people there, they always demand for cash.
So sorry, do you mind the microphone close to you so we can hear you properly?
They always ask for cash. So the last time I went to buy 400 tubers of yam, I spent over 1 million to buy 400 tubers of yam. And most times those people, they want cash at hand. So I don't know what the MoMo whatever is doing to access those people in the villages. They don't have access to all those privileges. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You gave them the cash, have you?
Yes, you have to get
Do you still
cash.
have the cash with you here? I'm just asking for a friend. Or you can give me yam, anyone. All right. Does anyone want to... I think it ties into what Bayo will address later on.
I think just to add to what she talked about is we recognize that people are still heavily doing cash, and that's why we are here. And part of the effort is also our rural penetration. And most of those rural communities, we will be embarking on what we call rural education programs. We are investing in what we call rigs. Rigs are vehicles that allow us to take the message all the way to the last mile, because that vehicle comes with everything. It has a screen to demonstrate. It has a PA system to talk. It has all the facilities that allow us to engage people in one location. And so once we deploy those vehicles into the rural communities, then we can embark on the education program why cash is not the best thing and why MoMo is better than cash. So through education, we would achieve that. And also I mentioned the peer education as well. We'll use other members who have imbibed the messaging to educate their people and support them. I know people are very hesitant, to use their phones, but once they build confidence at that level, it will just be continuous education and demonstration. And by the way, one other thing we'll be doing as part of our product evolution is the fact that we'll also be introducing cards along the way, plastic cards, so that people can, have the migration between the phone to the card and then back to the phone when they build enough understanding and confidence. Thank
Fantastic. See? Okay, what's your question?
Okay, the challenge that I've had so far is when I make transfer, there's always this hang that my money is in the air. I know MoMo PSB just like 2 years old, and I just started using the app of recent. So now, with experience I've had so far with other agencies, what will happen if my money hang on the air?
You will go into the air and get it. Bayo, please note this one. Good question. Okay, I think we're good. Let me just take one more, and then, not a question, or what's your biggest takeaway from this? Very quickly. What's your name?
Mr. Idris Shoruga.
And your business?
We are into CCTV camera production and installation in Nigeria and Ghana.
Fantastic. So what's been your biggest takeaway from that panel?
Well, awareness of MoMo service in Nigeria should be more significant, like the way it is being in Ghana.
It's very popular there.
80% of our transactions are done through MoMo in Ghana, but there is no significance of MoMo present in Nigeria. So we want them to do more so that our customer can get used to it.
You want them to do more?
We want them to do more awareness.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing on the more words. You want them to do more?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. I do know that MoMo is very popular. Okay. It's very popular in Ghana. But for now, I would like us to turn our attention to the multimedia screen. I do know there is a presentation for us all. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause to MoMo for putting this together and making this happen. Please turn your attention to the multimedia screen.
Journey with MoMo PSP. As we celebrate this milestone, let's look back at our amazing achievements. One key strategy has been partnerships across various sectors. With the Lagos State government, we introduced Pay with MoMo at the Fresh Food Hub in Idioro, Mushin, expanding to 58 LCDAs. Sponsored by the government, customers enjoyed 10 to 25% cashback. To empower small and medium-sized enterprises, we joined forces with NASME for a 2-day symposium in Lagos. This event was a lifeline for many businesses, held at the landmark event center. Partnering with Lascota, we drove financial inclusion amongst artisans, ensuring they could thrive in a digital economy. Our first ever hackathon brought together young tech enthusiasts. SANNI-YUSUF won the grand prize of $5,000, setting the stage for future innovators. SMEs have been and still are at the center of our partnership strategy to deepen financial inclusion and support economic growth. With many more accomplishments, MoMo continues to lead in developing the fintech ecosystem, creating growth opportunities, and elevating financial services. Here's to MoMo at 2. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. Let's continue to make history together.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are we today? MoMo? Okay, I just want to talk briefly on some of the SME tools we have. But for that last question, when you use MoMo to send money, your money cannot hang in the air. We have complied to CBN regulation that if we send money from MoMo to any other bank, and if it's failing to get to that bank within 5 minutes, is reversed back to your account. And as part of security, in MoMo, your balance will not just suddenly disappear. Your name will not suddenly change. If your name is Bayo on your account, it is Bayo. Your account is safe. Thank you. Please.
That my madam waiting they call Madam Fausat. Restless, tireless, always running from pillar to post, half of the time not for her own but for others. She's just the best.
Subscribe to the FausatSanni-Yusuf.com channel on YouTube via www.FausatSanni-Yusuf.com/YouTube. Follow her on Facebook via www.FausatSanni-Yusuf.com/Facebook.